Hello, welcome to our presentation on hallucination mitigation in reasoning models. So today we're presenting our project on story continuation with hallucination control. So given a 4-sentence story context from the ROC stories dataset, our model generates a single ending sentence. The dataset provides a reference ending, but our focus isn't on matching it exactly. It's about semantic consistency and common sense plausibility, ensuring the generated ending remains faithful to the established context without introducing fabricated details. And our goal is to fine-tune a smaller size model to reduce hallucinations in this semantic reasoning-oriented generation settings. So why is this interesting and challenging? This task is deceptively difficult. The model must produce endings that are coherent with prior events, plausible according to common sense, and stylistically natural as a narrative closing. However, language models often fail, as we know, in predictable ways. They make abrupt topic shifts, introduce contradictions with established facts, generate generic or dual endings, or invent details that break story logic. And these failure modes directly relate to hallucination, the model generating content that isn't grounded in the input context. We provide a detailed description of a related work in the slide and in the write-up, but broadly, these works define and defend hallucination as a pertinent issue in language models and also provide sufficient motivation for pursuing reward modeling as a potential solution to this issue.
We use raw stories which contains 5-sentence short story and one continued ending. For our training, we sample about 1,000 prompts from our training pool. For each prompt, we generate 2 candidate endings using the GPT API on our strong prompt, and we also generate 1,000 low-quality samples from our base model. So 3,000 in total for RM training. Also, we have 1,000 bad answer and 1,000 good answer, and that will serve as 1,000 preference pairs for DPO training. Yeah, and for our evaluation, we use LLM as a charge to approach with GPT evaluating against our custom rubric, and this will contain 5 dimensions, each scored 0 to 5. And we have evaluation equation, and this ensures only high-quality answers benefit from length, preventing verbals low-quality output from gaming the metric. And we have a playground to show each kinds of this mode runs. Yeah, and for our baseline, we established 3 baselines. The simple baseline just from the raw prompt, and the moderate with reasoning and guidance with fixable structure. And the strict one is the most organized. And we can see that the strict COT template achieves about 3.5 overall score. And this result validates our hypothesis that structured reasoning constraint benefits coherent story generation and establish the strict prompt as our strong baseline for subsequent extensions. Also, we can see that the moderate prompt underperforms than loose one. So we will analyze it later.
Our second extension trains a reward model to approximate GPT 4.1 Mini's Rubik scores. We train on 3,000 samples, 2,000 from GPT-4 generations, plus 1,000 from our local model. The RM uses a regression head on Llama 8B with 4-bit quantization in LoRa, predicting the overall raw score. Due to memory constraints, we use batch size 1 with gradient accumulation of 32. At inference, we implement best of n re-ranking, generate n equals 3 candidate endings with a strong prompt using temperature and top P sampling, then select the highest scoring candidate according to our RM. Results show significant improvement in relevance, plus 0.21, and modest gains in information completeness, while overall quality remains stable around 3.50. Our third extension uses direct preference optimization. We construct 1,000 preference pairs from GPT-4 judgments, where y plus is a higher scored ending and y minus is a lower scored one. DPO directly optimizes the policy to increase the likelihood ratio between chosen and rejected completions. No explicit reward model needed at inference time. This is conceptually complementary to RM. While RM provides an explicit scoring function for re-ranking multiple candidates, DPO shapes the underlying distribution so the model's one-shot generations are already better aligned with human preferences. The natural question is, can we combine both approaches? We use the DPO train policy to generate end candidates, then apply RM re-ranking on top. This assesses whether training time alignment and inference time selection are complementary or show diminishing returns. Conceptually, both methods leverage the same underlying signal, GPT-4's preferences, but through different mechanisms. DPO improves the base distribution, while RM exploits sampling by selecting the best among multiple candidates. This is achieved in an overall quality of 4.04. We hypothesize this combination offers additional robustness, especially as evaluation data scales. Again, our strong baseline had an overall quality of 3.52, RM had 3.50, DPO had 3.96, and RM and DPO together had 4.04. All comparisons are use consistent decoding settings, same temperature, top P, and top K values. We only vary the policy based versus DPO and whether re-ranking is applied.
Here's our overall analysis. Strict prompting and reward models create a safety trap, actually dropping creativity by 0.37 points. The model learned that boring is safe. DPO was the breakthrough. It retrained the policy to be both safe and creative, driving scores back up by 0.66 points. And our error analysis reveals three critical insights. First, it's called the prompt paradox. Moderate guidance confused the A-B model. We found constraints must be binary, either loose or strict. Second is silence as safety. To avoid penalties, the DPO model refused to answer 23% of the time. We fixed this with a minimum token constraint. The third one is creativity trade-off. The reward model suppressed creativity. Only DPO was able to restore it while maintaining safety. And here are some final takeaways. Structured prompting is the foundation. Enforcing structure alone boosted quality by 19%. Reward models act as safety guardrails. They filter hallucinations but can dampen creativity. DPO was our biggest win. It improves the model itself, restoring that lost creativity. The combination is the best. DPO plus RM achieve almost 37% total gain. So you need the full pipeline, guide, align, and filter. Thank you for listening.